The first episode of South Park aired in August of 1997 when I was a little over 3 years old. When I first started watching the show in middle school, it was obscene, crass, and had an extra layer of excitement around it because I knew it was a show that my mom would not want me to watch. Since then, my interest in the show has waxed and waned, but when I return to it for an episode, a special, or in this case, a video game, I'm comforted by the characters, the world, and the show's voice. My name is Vinny. This is Save File, a series of videos where I discuss my experiences playing video games. This is my save file for South Park Fractured but Whole. A lot of times when I'm playing video games, I'm also listening to music or a podcast. But I quickly learned this game is not a podcast game. Whether that's lines from a passing character on the sidewalk or barks in the middle of combat, this game demands your full attention with fully voiced and well-written lines of dialogue. Even though the protagonist you play as does not speak, the other characters more than make up for it.
Oh my god, you are so gross!
Oh, fuck yourself.
Don't anyone dare post a pic of me on Instagram right now!
Just like in the show, some supporting characters might show up for a couple episodes, and then you won't hear anything or see them for 5 seasons, 10 seasons, and then they'll reappear. One of the great pleasures in playing Fractured but Whole was the variety of enemies. Whether that was 6th graders, crab people, or ninjas, it felt like I never knew who I was going to fight next. In the 25 or so hours I spent playing this game, the different enemies all helped make the game feel fresh throughout. Even though some jokes didn't land for me, like the ability to control time via your farts, I was still impressed, like, oh, that's a really clever way to introduce this game mechanic. And the premise of satirizing the superhero genre with kids playing make-believe, playing superheroes, making their own costumes, and thus their own powers, it worked for me. That element really worked for me. Even if I wasn't laughing at every joke along the way, I still just think it's such a brilliant premise. In terms of the combat, because I was playing on the highest difficulty Mastermind for a trophy, it was pretty challenging at points, which surprised me, but it never felt unfair or too difficult that I wanted to quit playing. Sure, there were a few points towards the end with the final battles that were frustrating, but I felt like, and I was right, that if I went back and retooled my team and my moveset, that I would be able to overcome that challenge. Given the topical nature of South Park at times, I was concerned when I started playing that there would be a lot of dated jokes and references in the game. But there wasn't really. The only thing that stands out is one of the character's ultimate abilities references Pokemon Go, which is still a thing, but this was released a year after it took over. That summer of 2016, I want to say. Overall, the game holds up from a comedic and gameplay standpoint.
You're really good at that. See you later, man!
More than anything else, the attention to detail immerses you in the world of South Park and can be enjoyed whether or not you've seen a single episode of the show.
Bye!
Thank you for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe.